Hello and welcome to the second day of the Pyromania update. My name is Ryu and I like to bake things. Mostly easy things right now like muffins and cupcakes and the like. But I do want to upgrade myself to harder things like scouts, soldiers, and snipers. Because I know as soon as this update goes live, there's going to be a lot of those classes ready to kick some butt with their new weapons. That's right, Day 2 of the Pyromania update, lots of new weapons were just announced. Pretty cool. I think my favorite set of this update would probably have to be the snipers. He has a new SMG, a new sniper rifle, and the SMG is pretty much the heaviest killing gloves of boxing, where it gets 100% random chance of critical hit for 3 seconds if you get a kill with it, and that's already a step above so many other secondaries that the sniper has. And by so many other secondaries I mean like the two ones that are kind of jokish, the SMG and the razorback. The razorback especially, now I can convince people not to use the razorback because there is a much better weapon out there now. That'll be great. Now that I've talked about my most favorites, well, actually I want to talk about the sniper rifle a little bit more. It does seem to tell everyone to aim for the head and get headshots, because not only is there a 20% penalty for aiming for the body and getting a body shot, but there is also a decapitation animation for getting the head or getting a headshot. And who doesn't want to see that? I want to see that, kind of. Should be interesting. Now that I've talked about my most favorite, I want to talk about my least favorite. It's the scouts weapons. It seems pretty useless. I'm only speculating here, but it seems like they're trying to make the scout more tankish for whatever reason, because the pistol gives the scout more health and also stops him from taking damage from falling, but double jumping already stops you from taking damage from falling. So yeah, that also doesn't give you any vulnerability to fire damage, and this one gives you a lot of vulnerability to fire damage, like a lot. Anyways, yeah, also the set slows you down so that you're just as fast, or I think maybe slower than a pyro. It's kinda probably like one weapon or the other would probably be good with each other, but I don't see them as a set really. I think they'd probably be useless as a set together. But the soldier's weapon, second favorite of this update. I like it because you can fire three rockets at the same time, as I'm speculating. And it's a lot like the Cowmangler's charge shot, but instead of one big projectile, I'm guessing it's going to be 3 smaller but just as deadly projectiles. Should be cool, and they are also less accurate than the rocket launcher, but since you can fire 3 of them at the same time, I don't think that that's going to bother anybody, because when you fire 3 rockets at the same time, you kind of want them to spread out a little bit so that the other guy, whoever you're aiming at, cannot at all dodge your shot, because that would be wonderful to just lay down 3 rockets simultaneously in basically the same area. This guy can't escape. He can not get out of there. That's it. Also, I'm sure that Pyros are never going to be able to air blast all 3 of those rockets at the same time. So they're gonna have to get out of there. That's pretty much a Pyro counter in my eyes. And people screaming, "Oh, you air blast noob," will now have a weapon that can at least attempt to stop air blast. So, yeah. Anyways, speaking of air blast, speaking of weapons and legitimate strategies that Pyros have, now there is a new Pyro weapon, the Scorch Shot. Pretty much everyone knew about this. Of all the things shrouded in mystery, this one was the least shrouded in mystery. Really, we pretty much knew about it before the update. But no one's complaining because new flare gun for the Pyro is kind of been in the works for a while. I'd rather have a new shotgun, really. I did joke to my friend Arie, who's playing in this server too, as the other Pyro that didn't rage quit to another class, that the Pyro should have another weapon that can, or another shotgun actually, that can mini crit on burning enemies, and he reminded me that that would be completely OP. So I just dropped it. Anyways, you know, a shotgun that did like 50% less damage, but also had incendiary rounds would be kind of awesome. I'm just talking nonsense now. But that is day 2 of the update, day 3, and the last day, and probably the best day is going to come out tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. I have to think about this incendiary round shotgun idea and just let it sit in my head for a while.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.